Hey gorgeous star signs, welcome to my channel. This is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to the round of November readings. These are going to be for all the signs, sun, moon, and rising. Going to be an interesting November. We've got lots of things going on in Scorpio. I'm filming this on the 31st of October, so happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Probably be November 1st when all of these go up. So I hope you had a great Halloween. But this is also the day Mercury goes retrograde in Scorpio. We have Venus in Scorpio. Mars joins Venus in Scorpio later on in November. So lots of things going on in this house. So it would be, very wise to know where Scorpio is for you, where it is in your chart. Because wherever that is, there's a whole bunch of transformation, a whole bunch of growth and changes going on. As I've been filming some of the videos so far, some of the readings, there's a lot of growth and a lot of level up and a lot of new beginnings for everyone. So amazing readings. I hope you enjoy yours. As always, these are general, so take them how they resonate. Don't try to force any of the messages. You may resonate with all the decks, you may resonate with one of them. Just take what applies, leave the rest on the table. It's all good. And as always, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to join our little family. Just supports the channel. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you so much. Let's get into your reading. Hello, my lovely Pisces. Welcome to your November Spirit Message reading. This is TC, your guiding chariot. This is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, my lovely friends. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to start off with our oracles. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for Pisces concerning November? What's going on for Pisces for the month of November? Oh, I'm going to take you. All right, so Pisces, lots going on, fellow water babies. I'm a Cancer. We are in Scorpio season. Lots going on in Scorpio, so good. This is a good time to know where Scorpio is in your chart. Lots of funny things going on. There's so many planets in Scorpio. Oh, there we go. Oh, let's get this out of the way. I don't know why that's there. All right. So, yeah. Oh, mic drop, Pisces. All right. Literally, I'm over here talking about all this crazy stuff going on in Scorpio. For you, where is Scorpio right now for you? What is it in your, 12, 11, 10, 9th house? Is it in your 9th house for my Pisces rising? I think so. But again, depends. If you're a Pisces rising, I think it's in your 9th house. I think so. But definitely a good place to know, because that's where all this transformation, all this change, all this shift is happening for you guys. 9th house, it is a house of learning, so normally it's higher learning, so it's like school, some of it could be travel. Considering that, it could just be gaining some new perspective, right? It's a deeper level of understanding. I don't know what's wrong with my tongue right now. Literally the second I turn on the camera, I just can't speak. I am filming this on the 30th, so day before Mercury retrograde, so if I sound silly, let's blame Mercury. No, I'm just kidding. But your cards, beautiful to start off with. So first one out the gate, Ascension. Yes, look at that. And I love that this card uses hands. You can kind of see, at first it's like, oh, it's a big tree. No, these are hands. Like, this is almost, yes, they're coming out of the earth, but to me, this is symbolic of you reaching for higher understanding, wanting more knowledge, wanting more wisdom, and seeking it out. Like, you are reaching for it. I want more. I want to know the why. I want to understand the mysteries. What is going on? And then, hello. Then right after that, you got truth, and then infinite potential. So Pisces, I don't need to tell you how spiritually charged you are, how magical you are. You already know all of this. This is not a secret, and that is not the mystery that we're trying to discover. But what's going on here, and you can kind of see, I hope you guys can see it in the, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can see there's a Merkaba inscribed within this card. You can see the two triangles here, making the Merkaba behind this. And it's almost like the, what is that, the Vitruvian Man, right? Sort of, kind of, almost, by Leonardo da Vinci. But big spiritual shifts for you, and it makes sense. You know, with Scorpio in your 9th house, where this transformation energy is happening, look at this, I mean, literally, ascension, truth, infinite potential. So your understanding, your knowledge base, the wisdom you possess, huge downloads, huge upgrades. You know, you can even see in this truth card, this is like divine feminine, you know, like opening the heart chakra, and this beam of white light coming down. Like, that's all the goodies that are being downloaded to you right now. Oh, fun stuff. And you know what? I just started looking at the numbers on the card. You have 43, 13, and 41. So lots of 1s, lots of 3s, lots of 4s. You literally have 2 3s, 2 1s, and 2 4s. How crazy is that? So 1, 3, 4 could be some major numbers for you for the month of November. So if you see those repeating, any synchronicities going on, I'm sure a lot of you are already seeing like the 1111s. For some of you, maybe, you know, you might be seeing 44s, 33s. The pairing could be interesting and happening a lot because, again, like, you have 2 and a 2 and a 2. Like, so pairs of numbers, especially 1s, 3s, 4s, 11s, 33s, 44s, may be repeating a lot for you. Those are the synchronicities, and I would honestly say, if you see those numbers, like, literally stop what you're doing. What were you just thinking right when you saw that number? What were you talking about when you saw that synchronicity? Because that's Spirit's way of being like, ha ha ha, heads up, that was big. Like, what did you just say? Think about that. What does that mean? How did that make you feel? Why did this come up? Why are we talking about this? Because I bet you that's going to clue you in to where this deeper knowledge is coming, where this ascension energy is really affecting and boosting your like knowledge base. So I think a lot of you, I mean, all of you really, but at least a lot of you are really kind of getting, I was going to say initiated was the word I wanted to use, but it's like welcomed into, you know, a new library, so to speak. Like, there's going to be all kinds of data that's just going to be at your fingertips now. Lots of spiritual data. Lots of, for some of you, it could even be past life. It could be like Akashic Records. You could be getting major downloads. I like that you have the word truth, too, because like when I was talking about ascension, I was like, tell me the why, I want to know the why. I think that's really what it is. Like, you're seeking major understanding. Oh, there we go. You're seeking understanding for something going on in your life. We're going to take all of these. I think 4? Yep, we're taking, oh, look, 4. That's hilarious. But to me, the one that stands out the most is truth. I mean, yes, ascension and infinite potential are still incredibly powerful. But to me, it's this why, you know. Why am I in this cycle? Why is this person in my life? Why do I, you know, have to deal with this particular type of challenge over and over again? Like, why seems to be a big, I don't know, that word just keeps kind of coming up. Like, why? This is the month you find out why, or you at least understand why. You know, maybe you reach the end of something and now you can look back and be like, oh, that's why I needed to go through this. This is the moment I had to earn by going through this trial by fire, right? I love that I say trial by fire. First card. Resilience. You endured, you pushed through. Look at all this stuff, like, this is the craziest sack of stuff. Like, I think it's supposed to be all branches and grass, like it's all this like green waste, but some of these things look like tentacles. Like, it's making me think you've like, it's almost like you've slayed the monster, the beast, and now you're disposing of it. Like, you've bested the monster, you've bested the challenge, and now you're like disposing of it, so it's just over and done with. Like, I feel like when I said like you're closing something out, like you're done with it and now you're going to understand the why. That's right here in the resilience card, right? You're like throwing away the dead body, right? You're like done with it. Oh, I love this. And then you get purity with this snow. So again, it's that same idea. You're pure again. You've gotten rid of the yuck. You've gotten rid of the dirt and the bleh, and the whatever you were facing. Oh my God! And then look at the last two. I'm going to show you them together. Growth and fear. Yes, growing beyond fear. Some of you may even have been. I'm going to stack these so you can kind of see them a little bit better. At least the words. Some of you may have been dealing with maybe like a fear-based mentality. Worrying there wasn't going to be enough. You know, worrying that, oh, I feel like I'm on an upswing, but something always knocks me down. Or, you know, so I know something's coming, something's going to happen. Or it's too good to be true. I can't be moving in this direction. Or some of you may have just felt limited by something or something. Like, why? Why is this all I get? Right? Or, you know, how come I keep trying and I just get shut down? Or, you know, I keep trying this thing and I just can never seem to break through, right? Like, we already got resilience, so we know you've been working. We know you've been trying to make something happen. You know, maybe there's always pushback, or you get to a certain point and then you get knocked back down. Like, you keep trying to push against. Again, this is the month. You now understand why. Part of it may be that Spirit's like, this isn't the way you get there. Like, it's not going to happen this way. I need you to try something different. I need you to push beyond. I need you to try something new. Now wipe this slate clean. Try this a new way. Like, even in the purity card, you can kind of see that, you know, the woman here she can't see, right? She's being blinded by, you know, at first it's like a blanket and then it turns into this snowy landscape, right? It's like not all the details are in your consciousness yet. You don't know everything just yet. You don't see the way forward, right? And it could be because it's blanketed out, again, in this card. You know, like, you know, her aside, like, let's just look at the scene. You know, it's covered with snow. Everything just looks white. You can't see the path anymore, right? Everything's been covered over. You know, it's almost like we need the spring to come so all of the snow melts and we can see the path again, right? And again, then, you know, we'll follow that whole metaphor with growth. You know what I mean? It's not going to grow in the winter. Like, some of you may have been going through your own personal winter, right? But now the season is beginning to change. You know, winter's a harsh season in general, and that's where we need the resilience. Your winter is ending. Your snow is beginning to thaw. So the fog, the haze, the snowstorm that used to block you, that used to keep things cloudy, that hid your complete vision, that is ending. You no longer need to fear the winter anymore. The winter is almost over. You're going to be able to see clearly again soon. You're going to be able to grow and flourish. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Ooh. For all my, like, Game of Thrones fans out there, you know, winter is coming. Be like, no, bitch, winter is over. Oh, hey, someone flipped up in there? Someone was. Look at that. Oh, we're taking that. Hanged Man. Suspension, right? So yes, let's throw out the obvious. This could be indicative of, you know, Mercury retrograde that's starting tomorrow. Could be a thing. It'll actually be started by the time this gets posted, but I'm filming on the 30th, so it hasn't happened yet. So this could speak to Mercury retrograde, because again, that's a time of reflection, introspection, yada 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 yada. For you guys though, I feel like this is something you're about to come out of. This is the winter. This is why you couldn't move forward. There was some learning to be done. There was some healing to be done. There were some truths that needed to come out. But again, November is the month you find out the truth. All right? So I think you're nearing the end of this hangman. You're nearing the end of this stagnation or this still point. I'm sure a lot of you are like, I'm ready to get moving. With that said, we are going into retrograde. It is rarely a good thing to start anything new. Doesn't mean we can't be working towards something new, but it's rarely a good time to like actually make a decision during retrograde. Not that we can't. I don't want you guys to be like, let me take that, being like, well, I can't do anything until the retrograde's over. That's not what retrograde season is about. It does force you to pay more attention. So if you are going to make a decision, if you are going to agree to something, especially if it's contractual, just make sure you read the fine print. Make sure you cross all the T's, dot all the I's. So whether this is in a relationship, whether this is a new job, like just do due process and go through all the steps and make sure you read everything, read the fine print, check all the little nitty-gritty details, make sure it's the right decision, make sure you've done everything you need to do. That's really all retrograde does. It doesn't mean every decision you make is going to end in disaster. Things just get confusing, communications get lost or warped or misunderstood, so you just have to focus a little bit more to make sure you're getting everything out of it and make sure you clearly are understanding what's happening. We got the resilience card earlier, so that may need to continue and carry through. All right. So we've got the Page of Wands next up. Great indicative sign of a brand new beginning. Even these two together. The Hangman has to be hung upside down to see things and gain a new perspective, to look at things differently, to go in the darkness and find the light. Here you have your Page of Wands in possession of that light. You've gone upside down, you've come up with this new understanding. This new spark is going to set off your new beginning. This is that initial spark of creativity, of passion, of intention. This card a lot of times does denote even action. This is the spark that lights the flame, right? So this is that initiation. So that's why I wanted to make a big thing. Like, you may have to start something, or it may be time to start something new. The opportunity may present itself in November during this retrograde. Again, doesn't mean you're like, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to wait till December. Like, I can't do this now. That's not what that means. But again, just make sure, do your due process. Read everything, to the teeth, right? Okay, so we've got Justice in reverse. And then we have the Two of Wands. All right, so actually, I'm not mad at it. This Justice in reverse. So Justice, this is could be a legal thing. So again, I talked about if you're doing anything contractual, make sure you read it. Because this card coming up in reverse may mean that there may be some weird stuff happening if you have some type of binding contract or some type of legal agreement. This doesn't feel new. This feels I feel like this is more so if you already have something standing, or if you've already kind of been working with some type of legal situation. There may be it may be a little shady. There might be something going on there. So again, read the fine print. Make sure you catch all those little things. Other than that, this may still be a stall in some type of karmic payout as well. Because the Justice card is our karma card too. You're going to reap what you sow. What you put in is going to come back. So, may not be time for dividends just yet. And again, we kind of know this. We're coming out of the winter, so we kind of need to see what we do with it, right? So, kind of makes sense. So we're still kind of stalled there. The scale's still kind of blah, 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 blah. It hasn't leveled out. So, the balancing, the harmonizing act this month may still be a little crazy. I almost want to say with that, I almost want to say this is coming up because maybe that's not necessarily, if things are out of whack, you may just have to kind of be okay with that being out of whack, because it looks like you have other things to be dealing with. Here we have this Two of Wands, which again is about setting forth your intentions. What are your plans? What are you trying to manifest? What is this new direction? Again, we're coming out of this Hanged Man. You're coming out with this new understanding, this higher knowledge that you're gaining here, right? So obviously, if you've arisen with a new perspective, you're most likely going to have some new goals, right? Some new passions. We have a new fire here. So what do we want now? What are we going to do about this? This Justice stuff, whatever this card represents for you and your story in your life, this is probably going to be old news by the time November kicks in and this new perception of yours really is starting to guide your next round of decisions. This is going to be a new path. This could totally be, we'll see what else we get, but this could be, I almost want to say this could be you looking for new opportunities, could be for work. You know, since the only suit we've had really so far is Wands, so this could be about exploring passions or creativity. Oh my God. They all want to, you know, we're going to take that too. All right. Just every single card wanted to come out. So definitely could have something to do with some type of creative pursuit. I'm like, I don't even know where to start. All right, so let's start with these guys that came face up. So again, all these majors coming out, Pisces. So you've got the High Priestess and the Star. Beautiful energies. High Priestess, very natural card for you. This is all about your intuition, your spirituality, your faith, your beliefs. For some of you, if any of you like read tarot or do any divinatory practices, scrying, pendulum work, anything like that, that may be, again, we're talking about all of this spiritual knowledge coming in. So talking with spirit could be a big thing for you. And that's probably where a lot of this, you know, info and a lot of these downloads come from. You know, we have a full moon here in this depiction of the High Priestess. So the upcoming full moon in November might be a big kind of aha moment for you. Let's see what's in this. I'm just going to stack them all. So 7 of Pentacles, time to be patient, we're waiting. You know, and this particular card, you know, features, you know, pregnant mommy. So it's not so much, a lot of times it's like someone farming, like we're waiting for harvest season. You know, we talked about creation here. You know, here we are creating life. We're waiting for it to mature and gestate, right? So that's a beautiful comparison. So again, being patient, stalled, and then we have the 2 of Swords. Also not a time to move forward, right? I talked about that with, you know, this Page of Wands. Yes, we have a new spark. Yes, this denotes some type of action. But again, it may not necessarily be happening right now while we have this retrograde. Ooh, now I'm throwing cards. 6 of Pentacles. Being in the flow, for sure. You know, giving, receiving. A lot of you, like I was saying, are getting downloads. So this, to me, this is just kind of rolling with the punches, taking the opportunities as they come. You have the High Priestess, so again, taking those little nudges. I feel like Spirit's kind of just going to be kind of opening opportunities or just giving you little moments. We talked about the synchronicities with the 1s, the 3s, and the 4s. Again, be in rhythm with all of these synchronicities around you because they're just giving you those little nudges. Like they're pulling you this way, pulling you that way. You know, if you start talking about something and then you notice 11:11 on the clock, that's a significant thing. Whatever was going on in that moment, Spirit's trying to bring your attention to it. Be like, hey, focus in on this. I need you paying attention. Yes. Death card. So this is the card for Scorpio. So we are in Scorpio season. I think this is just indicative of your transformation, of you shifting into this new way of being, to this new just version of yourself. It's like you're transitioning from one phase into the next, you know, like going from the world of the living to the world of the dead. Not that you're dying. But again, it's this new perspective. It's this new, you know, I was going to say life. Like this new life you're about to move into. But it's literally like you're going to be working in a new realm. It's almost like the world splits and it's like you are walking across the border into the other dimension, into the other world. Like you can kind of see in this card, you know, you can clearly see the split, right? Between the underwater and above, right? It's almost like you're slipping through and you're going to be operating on the other side, you know. Interesting. And then last card, 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so one thing I want to talk about here. To me, this is bringing me right back to this Justice card. And they both came up reversed, right? So 3 of Wands, this is the wish fulfillment card, right? This is like, oh, your ships are coming in. You know, all the things you wanted coming, yay. The fact this is coming up in reverse. So, yes, I do think if you are making decisions, if you are agreeing to something this month, please make sure that you double check everything. Please make sure it's exactly what you want. The biggest thing I want to say with this guy is not to settle. If it's like you're looking for this new, so let's just use the new job example. Let's say you're looking for a new job, right? You're in a place that's maybe comfortable, Maybe it's not everything, or it's not perfect, or you want to start your own thing, whatever it is. So you're kind of looking and you find an opportunity, and it's like not 100%. It doesn't. You don't think of it and be like, oh my god, this is the one. Like if you don't have that feeling and you feel like you're kind of taking it just because it's there. I just want different. This isn't what I was thinking, but it's here. Like why not? That's where this reversal comes up. I almost wonder if you take something that feels like this, it's like when you get there, it's nothing like you expected. And it's like, oh shit, like now I'm in like a worse boat than where I was before, or it doesn't play out the way you want. It came in this big pretty bow, but then when you opened it, it was like a lump of coal. Or like I was saying with justice, like you signed the paper and then there was some clause in there that, meant you had to like, do something funny or do something weird, or there was a certain stipulation, that if you had read it, you would have known like, oh fuck, I'm not agreeing to that. Like no way. There's like a little catch-22 going on. And with this card coming up in reverse, be very aware of that. You got the star earlier. It came out with the High Priestess. This is a guiding light. This is a beacon. This is spirit, leading you towards something, right? It is also a card of hope, optimism. It's a card for Aquarius. To me, that whenever I get the star, especially if I get it in a reading for someone, like this is kind of, to me, that spirit, like it's coming. I'm showing you the way. Like expect the best. Expect the miracle. Like that's what the star is leading to. The star is always leading you to the best outcome. So following this card feels like you're kind of like settling for like a 7 or a 6 versus getting your full 10 out of 10, right? Which is what we're trying to get to anyway. So again, why settle for the 6 when you're on your way to the 10? Don't do that to yourself. Alright, last thing before I send you guys out. We're going to pull an oracle card from the hidden world. So far all the signs have gotten a couple, so we'll see. You might get a bunch of little messages here. Alright, Spirit, what messages do we have for our lovely Pisces? But yeah, there we go. Your spiritual understanding, Pisces, off the mother truckin' chain in November. Oh, yes. I love this card. Another sign had this card. Is it Aquarius? Maybe Capricorn, maybe? I can't remember. But look at this, the green man. I love this card because just look how like intense that stare is. But it's not harsh. It's not like, you think of the masculine being really assertive and dominant, but this is such a gentle yet like piercing gaze. I love this card. And you can see the prompt down there on the bottom. Rising energy surge and fertility. We talked about creation. Like look, like what? I mean, come on, we've already got fertility here. Like you are creating something brand new, something exciting, something you're passionate about. We got that Page of Wands earlier too. This month is really about giving you that like boost, right? So yes, we're getting understanding, right? Because we're learning some truths. We're like leveling up spiritually. This ascension is giving you this push. It's giving you the energy, the know-how, the insight, the wisdom to help you create whatever this vision is. I want to say for a lot of you, a lot of my Pisces out there, I want to say this really does have to do with work. It feels like this is a work thing, or at least a business thing. I don't know if this is you wanting to set up a business, do your own venture. Like maybe you do, maybe I almost want to say, especially with this like 3 of Wands in reverse, it's like you're working in the right field, like you're in the field you like, but it's like it's just not going the way you want it. You're not getting the exact payout for what it is you're trying to do. It's like it's close, but it's not exactly it. It's just close. I think this month is about giving you the know-how and the understanding to go those final few steps. Like again, like you're sitting at the 6, You might even be sitting at a 7 or an 8, right? Because I talked about this maybe not panning out as you expected, knocking you back to a 6. It's almost like hang at this 8, because we're going to level you up. We're going to get you, a little more prepared and show you how to get to the 9 and then to the 10. So hang at this 8 for a little bit, like you're fine. We're getting you ready to go to the next. Or honestly, it doesn't even feel like that. It's like create the next. Like we're going to help you make your own 9. Because it does. It feels like you are birthing this. You're making this happen. Because I think it's like you're shaping it in your image. You're shaping it how you want it to be. Like you're the like master hand. You're the potter. Creating the little clay pot statue, whatever you want to call it. Like this is your baby. This is your creation. Now we're just giving you the know-how on how to make that a reality. How to take it from the ethereal and make it into the physical. Ooh. All right, Pisces, I'm gonna wrap oh God, you had a long video. I just saw the time. I'm gonna wrap it up here before I talk y'all's ears off. Love you guys so much. So excited to hear how your month goes. Good Lord, this is awesome. So if you have anything to share with me, want to let me know how this resonated, what's going on for you in the month, feel free, hit me up in the comment section below. You can also DM me at Instagram or on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. Also a great place if you want to book a private session with me. You can DM me there. All that info will be in the description box. Until then, sending you guys my love. Take care. Wishing you the best for November. And I will see you in your next video. Bye, Pisces.